Welcome to Pog or Dog with your host Just Russ, and joining him for an Asian food podcast, we have McLong, T Penguin, and me, Lisa.
And welcome back to the podcast, episode 16. As the intro indicated, today we're going to be talking about Asian food, and brought on some of my favorite Asian mods and my favorite girlfriend. So hello, Michael, introduce yourself to the podcast.
My name's McClung, but yeah.
Okay. T, hello.
Hi everyone, it's T again. You might have seen me in the other podcast where the girls took over, but I'm happy to be on as just a special guest. So it's good to see everyone.
Yes, I definitely like when you take over the podcast so I don't have to do shit. That's a good
Okay.
feeling. Lisa, welcome back.
Hi.
I haven't got to do a podcast with you. This is my first time to do one with you.
Mhm.
So, all right. So honestly, like, the reason why we went with Asian food is, you know, I was starting to feel like Cyclops and Cram were just a little too, I don't know, what's the word? Not
Too white?
Asian.
Okay.
So instead, we're going to be talking about Asian food, specifically with Asian people, right? Based. All right, let's just dive right in. Let me get your biases, guys. Give me your favorites. What's your favorite Asian cuisine? Do you guys need any? Do you want me to go first? T, do you have
Yeah.
a favorite Asian cuisine?
Vietnamese food all the way, man.
There's
Vietnamese food all the way.
There's no fucking way. You're capping. You
I'm
literally say
serious.
your favorite food is Korean food. You can't come on here and say Vietnamese.
I'm just saying that it encompasses everything you want. Spicy, sweet, savory.
You could say that about Korean food.
I mean, true. But
And Koreans add the cheese.
But Vietnamese people have the French influence. But honestly, if I had a top three, it'd be like Japanese, Korean, Vietnamese.
In what order? In that order?
Probably.
Okay. Lisa, what's your favorite Asian cuisine?
I say it's a tie between Korean and Vietnamese too. Or not two.
You guys want me to... Did you not watch last week's episode? You guys want me to start calling you biased here? Putting Vietnamese in the top 3? Top 2?
You don't think
Top
it is?
1? Vietnamese? I don't even put him... I don't even know if it makes the top 5, chat.
Are you serious?
I don't know if it
missing
makes the
out.
top
No,
5.
you're
I'm gonna be
missing
honest.
out. You're
I'm gonna be
missing
honest.
out.
I don't think it
It's
makes the
so
top 5.
good. Something in that fish sauce, man. It just is
Oh
like
my
crap.
god. For
No.
real.
Serious.
Michael, what's your favorite Asian food? Cuisine?
Japanese barbecue.
Let's fucking go. Michael, based! I think if you're not making an answer that isn't Japanese or Korean, you should probably, like, just get your freaking... You gotta get yourself checked. Japanese food, huge range. Korean food, huge range. Like, you don't feel like you're missing out on anything in particular. Where's sushi at, T? In your Vietnamese food? Oh,
Okay,
even Korean food has
Japanese is up
kimbap.
there.
Okay.
Yeah.
And then you got your little rice bowls, you got katsu, you got, sashimi. Oh, and then don't even forget about ramen. Ramen basically covers pho. I don't know, man. That's all I'm gonna say. And then you got all your kimchi stews. You got KBBQ, JBBQ. You guys are actually trolling, man. Okay, wait. Since we brought up top 5, this is my top 5. Japanese 1, Korean number 2. I think I'd put maybe... you know what? Maybe Vietnamese would be up there. But I think probably Chinese food,
Thai?
then Thai, then Vietnamese 5. I think
Thai
so.
above
So maybe
Vietnamese?
it would be in my top 5.
Thai
But I don't know what else
above
I'm missing.
Vietnamese?
I'm probably missing
Really?
something. But Chinese
Wow.
in my opinion, Chinese food includes Cantonese food, and that's a lot of food. There's a lot of good food there. So anyway, this streamer doesn't like Indian food. That'll be a topic for later. If Indian food was in there, I'd probably bump Vietnamese food down and put Indian at like the 4 or the 5 spot.
Lisa, do you hear this? It hurts.
I can't
It hurts
believe
so
that.
Dude,
much.
you guys
I know.
are
I cannot believe
Vietnamese. What do you mean?
Exactly. We should be the one that's the most tired of it.
I don't know about that. Anyway, okay, so if you're going to a restaurant, are you gonna go to a Vietnamese restaurant? And T, don't you even say you are.
I wouldn't, because I can get better at home.
What's your go-to like Asian restaurant place? You like KBBQ? You like sushi, ramen? Where are you going as like your go-to?
Yeah, my go-to definitely would be sushi or ramen.
Okay.
It's all over. I'm serious. Like
Okay.
Japanese food becomes so globalized, you know? Yeah. No, it's definitely like S tier food for sure as a cuisine. And then my second choice would definitely be Korean barbecue because it's just hella fun, right? You get up with all your friends, have some soju, and you like cook the meat and all that stuff. It's just really fun.
Michael, what's your go-to restaurant? I already know the answer.
Gyokaku.
Yeah. That shit's good, man. All right, Lisa, what's your go-to restaurant? Are you going to a pho noodle shop? No way.
No, because my mom can make it better at home. But
True.
honestly, I would say like ramen because it's easy. Like you could just, it's like easy and fast. I feel like Korean barbecue, you have to like plan the whole day. It's like a longer process, you know?
Hmm. I feel like ramen sometimes can fill me up more than Korean barbecue, but it just
For
depends.
cheaper.
Yeah, something about soup, dude. It's either like doesn't fill you enough or it's too heavy. It's never like in the in between. You ain't gonna represent Filipino food in the top 3? Look, I think Filipino food is great. I think Filipino restaurants are very whack. And I think my
Why?
experience of eating like Filipino food from my grandma, from my aunt, from my mom is very different than like the Filipino food experience at restaurants. There's just not enough representation at restaurants for like me to say Filipino food's like really freaking good. Some Filipino dishes would probably make my top 5, top 10 in terms of Asian food, but I think as a whole it doesn't beat the other ones. I'm sorry, Andy. I'm sorry.
I feel like a
Um
lot of Asian places is just like a very small sample of what that cuisine is because a lot of people know Vietnamese food as only as pho or BBH or Japanese food is just sushi and ramen, whereas it's like a whole entire world of it. So I think that's what's kind of lacking with Filipinos. We just see just like sisig or adobo when it's like a whole entire whole thing that we haven't even touched yet. So I think that's something that, we should probably see more of in the States.
yeah. All right. So now that we've chosen our restaurants, what's your guys' favorite Asian dish specifically? What like if you so I'm thinking like there's two answers, right? There's like Asian comfort food and then there's like Asian food, right? Like there's obviously like you're not gonna be eating KBBQ like all the time, but it could be your favorite. But like maybe your Asian like go-to comfort food might be like a spam musubi or something. Like, oh, let me just eat this real quick. So I'd say for me, my Asian comfort food probably's gotta be I really like just making like at home spam ham. Spam fried rice, spam eggs and rice. That's just like it's just good comfort food. Spam is always just gonna be like the go-to. I don't even know if you consider it Asian, but if it is, I mean that's what Asian people eat, so it has to be, right?
Dude, those like small, quick meals you make when you're a kid and like, growing up like kind of poor and you didn't like you only have like eggs and rice in your fridge, that like hits hard.
Yeah.
That's definitely what I ate all the time. Like just like egg foo young, like fry up the egg, throw like fish sauce in there, maybe tomatoes if you're feeling a little fancy, or some onions, and just throw it on top of rice. That's definitely my comfort food. Like I eat that and I feel like, oh, my childhood is back. Yeah.
Or like eggs, rice, and like you guys ever do Vienna sausage with eggs and rice? I feel like that was
Yes,
like a
the Vienna
go-to.
sausage. Yep. Throw that in the microwave for 30 seconds. Amazing. Get a little toothpick, pop it out. Delicious.
Yeah, that is
I
definitely
have a question.
yes, Michael.
Would, when you ever stir fry your egg, would you put soy sauce in it?
I
Sometimes.
don't, but I
I put
usually
fish
Sometimes.
sauce.
I
I mean,
do.
while you like before you even stir fry, you put soy sauce in it and then
Yeah, sometimes I put like a little spoon of like fish sauce and like a little spoon of soy sauce too and mix it up and then throw it on the pan and saute it.
I've
oh,
only put fish sauce. and some MSG.
You
'Cause I was
you have
Delicious.
MSG at
Yes,
home?
I do have
MSG go
MSG.
hard.
That's so weird to just have
How is that
So
MSG.
weird?
good.
I think that's
No,
kind of
it's
weird.
actually not that bad for you.
It looks
MSG?
so fake, but I'm just used to it.
Wait, MSG is not bad for you? This is
No,
coming
it's
from a
like really.
nurse.
I'm serious.
Are
I
you
mean,
about to
it's
spread some
highly.
misinformation?
No, it's just highly concentrated sodium, which is always bad, but it's not as terrible as what we had believed it to be. So, I mean, in a lot of Asian food, they use it as seasoning.
Mhm.
It's just like umami.
Whatever Andy said,
I
true.
put garlic powder too.
Yes,
Burial
yes.
knows. Yeah, I'd say the only thing, I don't know, Americans put milk in their eggs to make it fluffy. But what I learned from Asian people is they put mayonnaise sometimes in the eggs. And you're going to say mayonnaise, that's weird. Yes, Lisa, you're going to say it, I know. But at the end of the day, it is just eggs. Mayonnaise is like whisked egg, vinegar, and oil. So it's not like it's like anything that wouldn't normally be in eggs. It's just more eggs.
Won't it taste a little bit like
It
fatty?
is true. It makes it way more fluffy than milk. So, I mean, it does work. It just depends if you like want to put mayo in it or not. I don't know. I don't find like anything like crazy with it.
That's interesting. I kind of want to try it. You know what I have tried is the egg, like the raw egg, a little bit of mayo, and then you put your ramen in it. So it's like a very creamy ramen broth.
Mhm.
Yeah, it's like
Yeah.
carbonara almost. It's so good.
I guess my favorite Asian food, probably, honestly, Jim was really good. I think that hits everything. As far as like a dish that isn't very specific to like a specific place, I don't know. I feel like you can never really go wrong with like katsu. Yeah.
To go hard.
If you're just gonna have to get it from like anywhere and you don't know if you can trust the place, right? Katsu's always a safe bet. But
I
like
was gonna
at
say
the peak,
katsu.
like Jim with the flaming cheese on top, it's freaking. Oh, Lisa, so spicy,
Oh,
so
so
sweet, so savory. Oh my god, so tasty, man.
good.
All right, T, what's your favorite dish?
Oh, my favorite dish. I mean, besides my like comfort meal, it would be bun xeo, which is the Vietnamese crepe. So it's not egg, it's like um a
Powder.
tamarind flour base. Yeah. And they put like sauteed um like pork belly and shrimp, bean sprouts, onions, and you fold it up and it's like a little crepe and it's so yummy, it's so good. You can like have it as a spring roll or a lettuce wrap and you just dip that with very sweet fish sauce and oh my gosh, it's so good. I have it like all the time. It's like 1,000 calories for like half of one, but it's so good.
It's really that many calories? It's mostly vegetables.
It's no, it's like all the meat and all the like oil and salt and everything. It's definitely not the best for you, but I mean that's what makes it good. All the flavor and the fat.
All right, Michael, what's your favorite dish?
Um, Coca-Cola,
What'd you just say?
Coca-Cola chicken wing.
Is that Asian?
Yeah,
Coca-Cola chicken wings. Where
because
do
you
you
can't find it on menu when you at like West.
Oh, that's like it's like is where do you get that? What restaurant?
My mom.
Oh. God damn it.
Oh, it's not your mom, at least. My mom.
What do you mean? Michael, you're selling the Omega Lols already. Okay.
What?
Lisa, what's your favorite dish?
I agree with T. I say bun xeo is my favorite.
Yes,
No
so
fucking
good.
Yeah, it is my
way.
So
favorite
good.
because my mom
No.
knows it too because every time I come home from school, when I was in school, she would make it like the day I come home or at least like the next day cuz it takes like you have to prep it and stuff. But
The
No,
prep
honestly,
it's
takes so long.
bruh,
it doesn't
I've
I've
take
had
tried
that
it before.
long.
you guys
It's the
say it's so
technique.
good. I've tried so many times. I don't think it's good.
You
Where
know what
what are
else
you
is
guys
really
eating?
good?
Give me the
At
good one,
home.
because I swear to God, every time I've eaten it, it's been whack. It's
Oh
been
my
way
god.
whack.
Justin, you're so wrong.
Get this
Come over
guy
to
out
my
of
house.
here.
I've
Get
Come
never
over
out
to
tried.
of
my
here.
I've
house.
never tried a homemade one, but all the ones at the restaurants are fucking trash. I don't
Okay,
know what you
okay.
guys are saying.
No, because it's all
It's
soggy in the restaurants. You need to have it fresh
exactly.
cooked on a new
Exactly.
pan where it's like
Mhm.
super crispy. Oh my god, it go
Mhm.
hard. It's not like
It
a
does.
regular French crepe, all
Mhm.
soggy and shit. No, it's super crispy. It's like, what would you compare it to? I don't know,
Nothing.
Lisa. What would you?
It's so unique.
Nothing.
It's so good.
It's just that amazing.
But okay, it's I also like spring rolls, Vietnamese spring rolls, because it's easy to make. I think bánh xèo and Vietnamese spring rolls are so easy to make.
Yeah.
So you
Anything
literally
that you
said it
can
takes
like
a whole day to
customize.
prep, and now you're saying it's easy.
No, okay, like prepping, it's just
What
you
is
need
this
shrimp.
bias, dude?
You just need shrimp, meat, vegetables, and the powder to sit.
Yeah.
Prepping is you're just waiting for like the powder to sit in the thing.
I feel like you guys
And
are
then
just
making
like
it is not that
I feel
hard.
like you guys are just wrong. Like I really don't
Well,
think it is that good. It can't
Justin,
be.
you're just a hater because you can't have any of the peanuts in the food. That's why.
Dude. Okay, okay.
Wait, the sauce
Anyways,
is made of peanut, right?
Yeah,
it
peanut
can
sauce.
be.
well
Oh,
for
I have that by like Del
for
Mar,
spring
like our
rolls,
high
yeah.
school.
Yeah.
For spring rolls, my mom makes just hoisin sauce without the peanut butter.
Oh, that's good too.
Mhm.
Yeah.
What's
On anything customizable, like sushi, like and kimbap or spring
yeah.
rolls, like
Oh,
the
kimbap is really
filling and
nice
stuff
too.
make it super good. Yep.
I'd say besides spam, a lot of my Asian comfort food is Filipino food though. Like tocino, tapa, longanisa, lechon, like all that shit. Very freaking good with freaking garlic rice, egg. Oof. Oh,
Oof,
dude,
Yeah.
lumpia Shanghai at a
so
party.
yummy.
You'd be popping like
Oh my
30 of those by
gosh.
the end of the night, man.
It's so
It's
good.
so
They're so
freaking
tiny
good.
too.
They're small, tiny with a little sweet and sour sauce or sweet
Mhm.
chili sauce. It's delicious.
What's your favorite comfort food, Lisa? You said your favorite dish. What's like your
Um,
ooh, I'm gonna eat that Korean corn
when
dog?
oh, I mean, I haven't had a lot of Korean corn dogs. I've only had it like twice,
Okay.
3 times. I don't know.
Like you don't have like a dish that you're like, oh, I want to eat like trash right now.
I just eat like ramen.
Hmm.
Lisa, what ramen do you like? Do you like Indomie, Shin Ramen, Bulldog?
Okay, sometimes I eat Shin, sometimes I eat Indomie. Because if I eat only one a lot, I get sick of it. So I switch it off.
Do
Okay.
you
But those two.
customize it at all or just like keep it the way it's packaged?
I keep it the way it's packaged. But I
Really?
do
I
add
love
an
to like
egg.
mix it up. Yeah, an egg. Yeah, yeah.
Sinigang?
Sinag Let me start
I've
a
never had
war.
it.
Sinigang, I don't think it's like even comparable to pho.
Pho?
But T said there's a dish in a Vietnamese dish that's exactly like sinigang.
What
Have
is
you
it?
had sinigang, Lisa? It
No.
tastes just like ganjua. So like
I
there's a
love
sweet and sour sauce or sweet and sour soup kind of
mhm.
with fish, but in sinigang they use pork.
Well, it just depends.
Ganchua
You can say pork sinigang, fish sinigang. It depends. It can be any
Yeah,
ganchua is
meat.
my
but
favorite.
it's very similar with like the tomato
You
and like
can't
the
say it's your favorite when you just said it was banseo. Lisa, I'm catching
No,
you
it's
in
my
lies.
favorite. It's my favorite gan. You can't eat gan as a dish. It's like it's like an after your meal type of thing, right, T?
yeah, it's like
You
miso
can't.
soup. You can't,
It's like
yeah, yeah.
soup. Yeah, you can't like that's not the main dish. Like pho is its own dish, but gan is like a you eat your meal and then you eat it after.
Best Asian soup? I don't know. Honestly, can I be honest? If we're like excluding ramens, because I feel like it's not even fair. Like, there's some that are just have like if we're just talking about a soup, like not ramen, not pho, not any of that shit. I'd say that probably the best soup is egg drop. I like that one.
I've
Egg
never had
drop
it.
is really good.
Egg
See,
drop
the
is addictive.
Vietnamese version,
Okay, I don't
Justin,
want to hear
has
this.
crab in it.
What is it?
This
What is it?
is
What is it?
you're actually Tom Kha or go home. Tom Kha's good. You actually no, I don't like Tom Kha. You know what I don't like about Tom Kha? This is what I think Tom Kha. The problem with Tom Kha. Sorry, I keep saying that word. I gotta stop. The problem with it is have you ever like made um have you ever made like macaroni and cheese craft and you put too much milk in it, and it's like that really soupy mac and cheese milk. Yeah, unfortunately, that's what tomka tastes like to me. Is like a really cheesy, creamy, like liquid Kraft mac and cheese. It's like when you're learning as a kid to make Kraft mac and cheese and you get all the ratios wrong. That's what the soup tastes like, and I can't forget it. A nice tomka is mint. Maybe I gotta find a good one then. All right, next topic, guys. Favorite Asian drink. If you guys are all gonna say boba, you can just say your go-to boba order.
I know mine. It's
Okay.
not boba.
Oh, okay. Lisa, go.
I like yuzu tea.
Yuzu tea?
It's like citrusy. It's so good. The only time I've had it is in Japan.
Oh,
Mhm.
wow. I mean, the basic Asian drinks are like grass jelly. I used to grow up drinking that all the time. Coconut juice with like the little coconut shavings. Calpico with soju.
Mm.
Yakult. There's like a bunch. Have you guys had the Ramen, the Japanese
Oh
drinks?
yeah.
I haven't had those, but they look really tasty.
Hello, hello.
Halo Halo, I
Yeah.
wouldn't say is a drink. I'd say that's more of a dessert.
Mhm.
I think Thai tea is really freaking good when you eat it with Thai food. But I usually don't like to get Thai tea without eating it with food. I don't know. Maybe I'm the weird one. My
It's too strong.
my go-to milk tea order is either oolong or like if they have like a guava black tea with guava black milk tea. I think those are both really good. I love guava.
Milo.
What about you,
love
Michael?
Milo.
What's your favorite Asian drink, or do you have? Is it boba and you have a boba order?
Hong Kong style milk tea.
What's Hong Kong style?
Um,
Is it like brown sugar? Like one of those?
Never mind. It should be Hong Kong style Coca-Cola, where you put lemon on top of.
You
Mm.
put lemon on Coca-Cola?
Yeah, try it. Just slice a lemon
And that
put it on
instantly
top
makes
of
it
Coca-Cola with ice.
Chinese?
Wait, what?
That instantly makes it Chinese?
Or yeah, Cantonese.
Oh my god. So, what in Coca-Cola tastes good with lemon?
Just try it.
I don't know, man.
I mean,
I don't.
who would have thought that like ice cream and root beer fits together? You know?
But they're both creamy,
It's like
so it's like
buffalo. It's like buffalo chicken wings go with red. Like too
you think
sour.
lemon goes that well with Coca-Cola that it's not the
Yeah, they both
equivalent
are
of
sour
ranch?
or acidic.
I don't know about that one, dude. Try it on stream. I have a Mexican Coke. Do you do it with Mexican Coke or American Coke?
Mexican.
Mexican Coke with lime. I don't know. That sounds kind of wild. I don't know about this one, Michael. I don't know about this one.
Just try it.
Dude,
Try it.
I'm scared. Do you guys have a
You gotta
favorite?
do it, man.
Do you have a favorite Asian dessert? Okay, I got a few things here. My favorite Asian dessert, bite one. If I'm only eating one bite, mango sticky rice, great. As you eat mango sticky rice more and more bites, it just feels kind of heavy, man. Hollow is good if you don't have the ones with beans. But I don't know. I'm trying to think. Honestly, you know what my favorite Asian dessert is? It's probably turon, which is Filipino fried banana in
Oh my gosh.
an egg roll paper.
That's so good.
Or lumpia paper, rice paper, however you want to call it. Yeah, it's in rice paper fried, like, and then you caramelize the banana really well, and then sometimes they serve it with like mango ice cream. That shit's fire. I think that's what I have to go with. Mochi's
So
good
good.
too. Mochi's always solid.
I don't know if I have a favorite Asian dessert. I feel like what I grew up with was je, which is like the Vietnamese one, which is like just I don't know how to describe it. It's like a sweet drink, but there's like jelly. It's like very similar to halo halo, but I think anything with matcha, I'm like a diehard fan. Like matcha ice cream, matcha cake, matcha boba, all that always goes hard for me.
Lisa, what's your favorite dessert?
Um, I don't eat a lot of desserts. The only desserts I eat are Vietnamese desserts, which, like T said, yeah. But there's like different types. I like the red bean one. I think that
Telling
one's
me
my
you've
favorite.
never had mochi ice cream before?
I have, but like, it's just really hard.
Green tea ice cream?
It's okay.
Leche flan? I mean, that's
I don't like
basic.
flan.
Uh,
Is
Sorry,
flan
Dario. Sorry,
Spanish?
beefy cereal.
no way she's trying to push red beans. Red beans are alright. It just has to be done right, honestly.
My
Red
mom
beans
makes
are
it
good.
soft, so then I just like, or like, there's these seeds that like I eat. I don't know what it's called in English, but like jee, you know?
Ooh, you know what's actually hella good? Michael, I don't know what the name of this is. I think it
What?
is red bean, but it's like, you know how like after a dinner sometimes you have like red bean and like, is it like a sweet pudding? What's it fucking called, dude? Oh
Red bean
no.
with pudding?
Yeah, it's like a rice pudding at the end, like sometimes, where like with like tea. I don't know, man. Sugar water and rice, sugar water beet. I don't know.
Oh, I know what you're talking.
That the Chinese, it's pretty good. It's pretty freaking good. I don't know what it's called. I don't have a name for it, but
I have the Chinese name for it, but I don't know the English.
say the Chinese name, Michael. Send it.
No.
Okay, Michael. The whole point of bringing you on here is you're an expertise, or is
Mm.
because of your expertise, and you don't even want to flaunt it.
Could I say mine?
Sure, say yours.
Coconut tapioca
Okay, coconut
or
tapioca.
sweet sago cream with coconut milk, and you add mango slice.
Oh, that sounds pretty freaking good. Wait, have you guys ever like, does your family do like the like smashing up an avocado and then doing like condensed milk with
Yes.
it? Yeah.
Mhm.
Yes, avocado
That's such an Asian
smoothies.
thing. I feel like that transcends. Like that's like is that a jungle thing? Like jungle Asian thing, or is that just an
Jungle Asian.
all Asian countries? Because I know Philippines and Vietnam does it, but I don't know if it's like
Mhm.
everyone.
I know.
No.
Something about going into that jungle, chopping down an avocado and condensed milk. Yep.
Puzzle X
I
is
think
typing some wild Vietnamese, right? Is that Vietnamese? Am I crazy?
Yes.
yes.
I can't read any of that. Can someone translate, please? Can we get a translator here?
It says I don't like four. I just like, I don't know what that is in English.
Are they just are they using Google Translate?
And then the second one says there's no way the big dude eat lettuce? Greens?
I don't know. Never mind. That was
Justin, you
don't
should
know.
show him some of your Vietnamese. Show him up.
uh Tiet Nyung. Let's go.
Oh, let's go. There you go.
Bomba.
Good
Wait.
job.
Let's go.
Yes.
Let's
Yes.
go.
Justin,
Standing in solidarity with the Vietnamese.
you know who's really good at Viet?
Who?
Andy.
Andy?
Andy.
Well, Andy's been dating his Asian girlfriend longer than I've been dating mine, so
Oh.
Andy, you're what, on like 6, 7 years now? 8 years? 9, 10?
20,
Andy,
imagine.
what if we did another love podcast featuring Andy? That'd be great. Anyway, do you remember the first Asian food you ate? What was it? Any memories associated with it? I think for me, it was probably longanisa. Or if it wasn't longanisa, then it was spam ham fried rice, which is probably why they're my comfort foods. Yeah.
Yeah, I grew up being a very picky eater, and so the only thing my parents could get down my throat was literally fried rice. Like I'd have it all
Mhm.
the time, and I think I was very close to childhood obesity because of that. Because I
Yeah.
kid you not, like that's the only thing I would ever eat.
That's what I would eat too if I went to the restaurant. Fried rice, chicken teriyaki, and like all like the really like low level stuff.
Definitely.
Actually I didn't find out about katsu until like middle school. So I was really behind on the katsu wave. Which is crazy because I went to like Hawaii all the time and we never ate katsu, but I don't know. So once I found katsu, I fucking loved it. But I found out about sushi before chicken katsu, so I don't even know how the fuck that happened. Yeah. Michael, what was your favorite first I'm assuming it was Chinese. What was your first Asian dish that you ate?
It's
That you
kanji,
remember?
probably.
Yeah.
It's obviously like I was little. Like, what can I do? I don't have a choice.
Oh, are you talking about congee as baby food?
Yeah,
No, what's the first food you remember eating? Not the first food you
and
probably
of
ate.
course kanji.
Still congee?
Like you remember it?
Is that all you ate growing up?
No, it's just the first.
Okay.
I already
Well,
have. Never.
in the Philippines we call it arescaldo. So, yeah. Wait, the first Chinese food or first Asian food you ate, Andy, was fucking shumai. Xiaolong. What?
I don't think
There's no
people.
way you ate dim sum as your first Asian food. That's wild. Unless it's the first one you just remember. That's crazy though.
I used to eat dim sum like on the weekly
Yeah.
all the time as a kid.
Yeah,
Yeah.
me.
No, I
Every
think
Sunday morning.
yeah, but even then, like I wasn't really I was eating shumai and fried rice. So I didn't really eat like any of the other stuff. Just
Not the chicken feet, Justin. Come on.
yeah.
That's what real Asians eat. The chicken feet.
Oh yeah, it's lugao too. Wait, I thought what's the difference between arescaldo and lugao? Am I crazy? Because I know when I think of them, I think of the same thing. Is there a major difference, Andy, between the two? I need to get more cultured, man. Were you picky with some foods early on? I feel like I wasn't like picky, like I wouldn't spit food out. I just wouldn't try stuff. I remember specifically, I just never like we went to a place that was like kind of like it was called like it was like a sushi boat type place where, you know, like the sushi goes around and you can pick it off. I would just order chicken teriyaki every time because I liked it so much. And then my parents are like, "Do you want to try this?" And I was like, "Okay." Worst mistake they ever made because the amount of money they've probably spent on me eating sushi is like in the multi thousands, if not 10,000. Like I kill sushi. Like feel bad for the fish, man. All the fish I have eaten over the years. Yeah. Yeah. Anyway, do you guys wait, is there anything you still won't try? I don't think so. I
I
feel like
don't
I've tried them all. Yeah.
I don't want to try balut.
Yeah, that's pretty
It just
whack.
it just doesn't like seem very appealing to me.
The food
Grease?
that we don't want to try.
Yeah, is there anything you still don't try?
Tatar. I don't want to eat raw.
Oh, okay. I know what you're talking about. What
When I was
about
in Cambodia, they had like fried bats and like fried rats and stuff.
Vo-
Yeah, it was a staple. It was like their street food that they sold. You know how like here in SF you have like hot dogs and tacos and stuff? No, it's
That
the
even
local
fried
bats.
bug.
Yep. Yeah.
Yeah, Preston told us about this fried bat situation.
It's everywhere. It's everywhere. Like the whole country is
And
there's
that's what
just
started Corona. No, I'm just kidding. Let's not Asian hate. No bueno.
No.
Oh wait, no, Asian hate. Sorry, wrong thumbs. Thumbs down for Asian hate, guys. Am I right? Anyway, is there Michael, what food were you like picky early on as a kid but now you like it?
Egg. Is that weird?
Wait, sorry, what? Eggs?
Oh, eggplant.
Eggplant. Oh, fuck eggplant, dude. I still don't like eggplant.
You
Actually,
still
fuck that.
don't like it, but you're a
Fuck.
grown-up adult.
What do you mean? I mean I'll
Like,
eat it, but I'm not like I ain't going out of my way to eat eggplant. You know what I'm saying?
it just you didn't find the right way of cooking it.
I mean, it doesn't matter. Like you can dunk it in sauce, I'll eat it. It's fine. If it's in a dish, I'm not going to like pick it out. It's just like if
Maybe I
I'm
should
ma-
take you to some like
if I'm making
like
food, I'm not gonna like go out of my way to eat eggplant. Like eggplant's in sinigang, I eat it, but it's like I'm not gonna. If I was making my own sinigang, extra tomatoes, extra string beans, and like I'm not gonna be adding eggplant, man. It's not that important to me.
no. Next time we go to eat like barbecue, I take you to They cook eggplant with charcoal.
Damn, really?
I've definitely
Yeah.
like grown to like eggplant now.
I don't know. Like
I
I
think
don't
it
know.
just
Can
has
you
to be
really
cooked the
like
right way.
eggplant? It's just my mom loves it, but like, how do you like eggplant? It's just like just a
You
thing,
don't
dude.
have. You just don't have the right way to.
It's
Or
like
you-
saying you like I don't know. It's like saying you love zucchini. Like, how can you really love zucchini? You just like what you put on the zucchini, like the sauce, or like how you cook it.
Oh.
There's no way you're just grabbing an eggplant, ripping it off. Like
No, you don't rip it off. That's
no,
the
that's what I'm
problem.
saying. You don't like the eggplant. You like how it's cooked. It's different.
But I like it.
Ah, fair. Fine.
I don't like bitter melon.
Yes.
Oh God, no! Bitter melon can get out. It's so bad.
They say that you'll
Why?
like
Why
it
is
when
that
you
a
grow up,
staple?
but it's
No.
so. I've never liked it.
No, I hate it when like my parents make something like, oh, like what do you want for dinner? And I'm like, oh, like something good like Ben Sal, but they're like, what with bitter melon? I'm like, hell no, dude. And then they try to stuff it with pork to make it taste
Mhm.
good. I'm like, no, no.
No,
It just, I don't know why. It's a staple.
it's so not good.
It's so not good.
Sorry to those who like it.
Why would bitter?
Hmm?
Michael, you're cutting out. What'd you say?
Oh, I said, why would anyone like it though? It's
Preston
just
says he
bitter.
likes it.
I don't
You
know.
grow to like it, I think.
The
I don't
word
know.
bitter melon already just has a horrible name, and then it just tastes exactly how you expect it to taste. But I think
Yeah.
older people like the taste of bitter because it's one of the few things they can still taste.
Why don't you just drink tea then?
I heard like adults or like elderly people need really intense flavors. Like if it's sweet, it needs to be really sweet. Or if it's
No, that's
salty,
not
it
true.
needs to be really salty. Well, that's what I've seen because I've seen like
I think maybe like old white people, but all these Asian moms are like, oh, it's not too sweet because they like it like that, you know?
Mhm.
Yeah.
Oh, they're
That's like the
crazy.
number one Asian mom compliment is like, oh, it's not too sweet. And it's like the
Mhm.
okay,
most plain
Asian
thing.
mom or Asian grandma. This is what I'm talking about. Grandmas
thing.
don't.
Same thing.
Same thing.
I don't know, man. Old white people. Is this a racist channel? Of course, man. But no Asian hate. Asian hate bad.
No Asian
No Asian hate good.
Isn't grapefruit at least a little bit sweet, or you dip it
No,
in
fuck
something?
you. Grapefruit is the worst fruit ever
You
I
have
don't
to
invented.
like
like
it
people like
either.
put salt or sugar on it. Like you have to
Mhm.
like adjust it a little bit to make it better.
Dinaguan, I'm not really a fan of Dinaguan. Next time I'm going to a restaurant, I'll go Will Smith and ask the waiter for eggplant. Oh my god. What was the first Asian dish you guys learned how to cook?
Eggs.
Is that
Eggs.
Asian?
Eggs.
Come on, like specifically Asian fools.
You know what I'm talking
Are
about?
we
The
gonna?
egg foo young, like you like mix it up
Okay,
and you
that's
put it on the
different.
pan.
Is
Yeah,
that the
that's
first?
mine too.
That's
That's what my
exactly
dad.
that's exactly yeah.
Really?
Yeah,
Mhm.
Oh
you just
fuck!
beat the egg up and then steam it.
Mhm.
I learned spam, longanisa, like all that shit first. Like all like the Filipino side or Hawaiian food too.
I learned how to make kimbap.
Really?
What?
Early
Really?
on?
That's hard.
It's fun putting it together.
Huh.
Or I used to like help my grandma make like her egg rolls, like mixing stuff, prepping it and
Oh,
stuff.
I used to help my grandma make bun lock, like the Vietnamese
Ooh.
dumplings. Yeah, with the clear, it's like the clear tapioca powder. You know what I'm talking about?
Mhm.
It's super yummy. Yeah, but I remember that as my childhood memory, like sitting and like kneading the dough with my grandma and like wrapping it up into like a cute little ball with all the filling
Actually, if
and
we're
then like
being
waiting.
honest, isn't the first thing we all learned how to make rice? Like, did your parents? I feel like my mom is like, all right, Justin, you grab the rice, you gotta wash it with your hands, pour it down the sink, rinse it again, pour it down, rinse it again, pour it down, hit the rice cooker button, and wait. I feel like that was the
That's
first
true.
thing I learned, right?
But rice is
Yeah,
not
yeah, yeah, that's
just
true.
an Asian.
Wait, what?
Like rice is not just an Asian.
Um,
What about Italians risotto?
well, I'm just talking about like jasmine
Mm.
rice. Well, you guys said fucking eggs, fools. So like, I'm trying to, come on, come on, man.
I was surprised to learn that people around the world don't cook rice with a rice cooker. Like when I was really young, I'm
Mm.
like, you use a You
A
use a
pot.
pan or you use like a pot? I'm like,
Mhm.
that sounds weird to me. Yeah.
Yeah, we always just fucking use the rice cooker. I remember someone was
Right?
like, someone was asking me like, "Oh, Justin, like, what order do you cook your rice in?" I'm like, "What do you mean?" And they're like, "How do you cook your rice?" And I'm like, "In a rice cooker?" They're like, "Oh, I thought you would do it more authentic." And I'm like, "That is authentic, trust."
Some
Yeah,
people
yeah.
I learned that some people don't wash their rice.
I heard that too. I heard it's
They
not as important as people say it is.
But it's
no,
like
that
it's
sounds
dirty.
inhumane.
It's like
So
it's not that
inhumane.
important, but also like I just do it because if you have rice from the village that you farmed, you gotta clean it. But like the rice that comes like three ladies, you don't really need to clean it as much. You know, it's a different scale. You know, if it's more local, you farmed it yourself from the swamp with mud on it, yeah, you probably gotta clean that. But if it's like fully industrialized, bleached and everything, you probably don't need to clean it. It's a whole different experience. Who taught you guys how to cook?
Myself? Like I
There's
just see
actually
my
Really? Not a single person was like, Lisa, this is how you use a knife. Or
I
this
just
is
see
how
the
you
way my
make eggs.
mom
So your
I
mom.
see the way they do it and I just do it.
What about you, Michael? Who taught you how to cook?
Um, I guess my dad first.
Okay.
So
yeah, my dad did a lot of the cooking in the house, so I learned from him mostly.
true.
Mhm.
I guess my mom was the first. Well, I guess I'm half Asian, so it's a little different, but my mom is the Asian half. So she taught me a lot of the Asian stuff. My dad taught me like pastas and chicken and stuff like that, but I guess when I learned more like the Asian stuff, it was my mom, my grandma, learned a lot from them. Do you guys have any crazy kitchen stories or mistakes? I'll start. Um, Craziest thing I ever did was I didn't have like like a hot pan or a hot pad. You know what I'm talking about? Like you want to put like a really something hot on a table, so you put it like on a
Yes.
pad. I didn't
Yeah.
have that, and it was burning. So I was like, well, shit. Let me. I got to take this off the stove, and I didn't have any space. So I don't know why I thought this was a good idea at the time. This is like me in middle school. I put it on the floor while I looked for the hot pad. I lift up the pan, and there's a huge ring of like burned into the floor. So that
My
was a mistake. That was a
gosh. Oh
mistake.
no.
I've never like cut myself or anything. You know, but in terms of idiocy, that was probably the most idiot thing I've ever done in a kitchen. What about you guys? Any crazy kitchen stories?
I
Mistakes?
mean, some crazy things that happened in the kitchen that don't really relate to cooking is that I got in really big trouble with my grandma. So she took out, the big Asian cleaver. She would like take that and like chase me around the house with it to like discipline me.
And she all the whole while she's saying Mundo goes where he pleases. Anyway, Lisa, what's your crazy kitchen story?
Um, maybe not like it's like we were eating spring rolls, but instead of like the traditional like boiled pork and boiled shrimp, it was like grilled, and you would put like butter on the grill. It's like the one of those breakfast grills. You
Yeah.
know what I'm talking about?
Oh my gosh,
You put
Lisa, I have the same one. The little
mhm,
pancake
mhm,
griddle. Yes.
mhm, and then you put butter and like if you put squid on it, it like pops a lot. And one time I was like reaching for for something over the grill and it popped in my face. And after that, I've been like so scared and I just like back away from it.
Fair.
Mhm.
Michael, kitchen story, crazy.
Craziest is that I have to live by myself and cook for myself for like a week when I was
Uh-huh. And that's it? What's the crazy story?
um I almost burned down the kitchen.
Let's go.
Oh,
How?
there's no parent in that like at that so
Oh, okay. Gotcha. Um, do you guys believe in recipes? My grandma, who helped taught me how to cook a lot of things, said recipes are an absolute no-no, and that people who keep recipes are cringe. You must learn how to cook by remembering and watching and emulating. You do not write down recipes because every time you do it, it's probably not going to be exactly the same. So following a recipe to a T is a mistake because it's not really teaching you how to like make something. It's only teaching you what to do. But like my dad, oh my god. If it wasn't in a cookbook or he didn't have like a recipe list, he wouldn't cook it. So, and even if he had made the dish like hundreds of times, he would still whip out the fucking recipe book. So I guess I just have like both sides of the coin. I noticed even my mom, when she's cooking Asian food, no recipe. When she's cooking American food, recipe. It's very weird. I don't know why. Like, what are your guys' opinions on recipes?
I think my family is just so very um what's the word? Like they like to use up all the leftovers in the kitchen and like make sure nothing goes to waste. So we have like everything but the kitchen sink as a meal, right? So like my dad, he'd use leftover like pho broth, put it in like mac and cheese to make it more like savory. Or like spaghetti and meatballs, he'd use like the pho meatballs that you see in the soup, but use that with the pasta, and it's just like super weird fusion, but it's just because they don't want like leftovers or like trying not to waste food. So we'd have all these like weird combination of like recipes and stuff. So definitely like they don't follow any rules or any recipes, no culinary like, you know, any culinary standards whatsoever. They just like, hey, here's a meal, and we just threw it together. And honestly, like, it turns out pretty good. You'd be very surprised to have like pasta with like pho meat and like even like Chinese sausage. We'd use as like hot dogs and stuff. I don't know what like the ketchup and the mustard, but like that'd be like one of our meals. It'd just be like super weird.
Michael?
Lisa.
Oh, Lisa?
Um, what was the question?
Recipes.
Ah.
Use them or not use them?
I think if I wanted to make something like that my mom makes, then I call her and ask her how she makes it. She just tells me the ingredients and she's like, "That's how you do it." And then I'd be like, "Oh, how much of like oyster sauce do I use?" And she's like about 2 pho spoonfuls, like a brown there or something like that. And I'm like, "I don't have a pho spoon." She's like, "Just just look." And I was like, "Okay, I guess."
Me too. Me too. My mom does the same thing. She's like, "Oh, you just throw all of this together." And I'm like, "But like how much? Because then it always tastes off." And then she's like, "Oh, you might have used too much of this." And I'm like, "Well, I have no idea how to like measure it
Mhm.
'cause you didn't tell me."
Yeah.
It's the pho spoons. That's all they use.
It's just the feel. You cook with the feel.
Mhm.
Michael?
Um,
Michael, do
I
you
think
use... Oh.
in general, the recipe is that you must have, unless you already finished like 10 times. And then after I grow up, the recipe become like all the chef put their recipe as like a little amount. Like they don't tell you how many gram or how many spices that you need to put in. It's just all like little amount that fit what you're going to put. That's what people like making out the chef a cook
Yeah.
modern time. Like not like it's so different from before. So I guess you cook with your flow.
I like that. Do you guys eat Asian food on holidays? I feel like for the most
Definitely.
part, if it's an American holiday, usually not. But like on Christmas, that's when the Filipino food comes out. But like Thanksgiving is very Thanksgiving. Like I don't think the most Asian thing we have is like salmon. But that's it.
I think
Um
because our families are, I would assume like a lot of our families are immigrants, so that's all we really know is just how to cook Asian food. So that's what we would have at these parties.
yeah, at Christmas this year, like we had so much seafood and I was like, "Oh my god, it was so good." And you get like your you get your pancit, you get your menudo, lumpia Shanghai, but I don't know. Like, there's not really like I feel like for like Christmas, there's never really like a set food list. But like for Thanksgiving, my family definitely just follows like the more American Thanksgiving. And then like birthdays are just like whatever, you know. Lisa, what do
My
you do?
family.
Do you have any special like holiday food traditions that are Asian?
It's usually the same Asian party food, like the Viet party foods that you would get. But
Bún bò
Thanksgiving,
ấy.
oh yeah, sometimes they
Yes.
make that with pho, like at the same time. They're like, "What do you want?" And I'm like, I don't know. Um,
Spring
but
rolls, I'm assuming.
spring rolls. Um, how do you say cha in English?
It's like sausage kind of.
Yeah, yeah, and like soy, like this like sweet rice dessert that we have. But like Thanksgiving, we do have like green beans and maybe chicken or a turkey. But other than that, like we eat it with rice. So yeah, very Asian.
You should only eat
Michael?
tuna 2 times a month. Holy fuck. Well, I'm throwing. Yeah, I don't know about that one. Michael, what do you eat for holidays? Or do you holidays?
Usually for holiday, I would go eat hot pot. But
Let's go.
if it's traditional, like holiday, like Lunar New Year, um, Chinese will have it like before the day of eat like a lot of um fancy stuff like
Mooncake.
haliotes or sea cucumber, like those
Mm.
expensive things.
Mooncakes.
So yeah,
Let's go.
so
Wait,
represent
can
that you like wealth and rich last, and then you left a little bit for the next 12.
Gotcha. Oh yeah, I forgot
when
about lechon. Thanks, Burial. Yeah, I mean not all events do we have lechon, but like every event we have Shanghai and pancit. This year we did more of like a seafood spread, but like yeah, if we're doing like more meat, lechon's really freaking good. Oh, you get the crunchy and it melts in your mouth and it's savory. And then you have that fucking lechon sauce. Ooh. I had a pork belly yesterday at a we had what Thai street food, and it was basically lechon. It was basically fried pork belly cubes, and there was no lechon sauce, and it was very fucking sad. I will say that right now. It was a disappointment, man, because you know how good the lechon sauce is with the lechon, and then you just miss it, man.
Lechon's so good. You know,
Yeah,
that's like one of like the main dishes, like they pull out the whole pig at like Vietnamese weddings and stuff.
mm-hmm.
but you have lechon sauce.
No, dude, they're slipping.
Yeah, no, the lechon sauce is what makes it different, man. That's what makes it Filipino. Ooh. Woo. All right. Does your family specialize in a certain dish? My mom is like really good at making like beef steak. I don't know why, but just beef and onions. My whole family like makes them kind of sucky, but hers are like really good for some reason. She makes good tapa
Yeah,
too, so maybe my mom's just like a beef expert. But my grandma's like really good at making torta, which in the Philippines is very similar to like egg foo young. It seems like what you guys are talking about. And she was also like really good at making just like in general like more of like the seafood. Sinigang is really like my family makes sinigang really well, I think. But some things we're definitely not good at. Like I don't think our menudo's ever been like great. Also, people who put raisins in their menudo, hell no. Lisa, does your family specialize in a dish? If you're doing like a potluck with friends or family or people from church, what are they like? I want your guys' this because you make it the best.
I don't know if it's a dish or not. More of it's like a side. But my grandma's like egg rolls are so good. Mm. She doesn't, because you know how usually you put like beef and like little stuff in there. But
Yeah.
like my grandma uses, instead of like beef, she puts like one whole shrimp inside, and then she just does her little other stuff with like the vermicelli noodles and the vegetables. It's so good. It's my favorite.
Michael, anything your family makes that's like a specialty dish really well?
Mm, no, usually the specialty is I make.
Oh. What's your specialty?
Mm,
What's the special dish you make, Michael?
I don't know how to say it, but it's in one of the 108 dish that is made for a but it's only one.
Huh.
And I can't find the English name.
Ah, okay. T, what about you? What does your family specialize in?
My mom, for some reason, like she can't really cook other things, but like her soups are so good. Like she's the lady that brings like the pho broth or like the bún bò Huế to every party. She's like the designated person for that. I don't know why. Like she's just something about her soups. Even like other Vietnamese soups, like hủ tiếu and stuff. Like she's really good at it. Yeah. And then my dad, he's more like he's like the barbecue guy. Like he makes really good short ribs and Vietnamese. How would you say it? Bol lok
Oh,
bol luk lak?
Bob look like yeah,
Yeah,
like
it's like
chicken
these
beef,
cubed little
chicken beef.
little beef and my dad would always like make those. My aunt would always make like the Cantonese style like lobster. Like they fry a lobster or something in like a special sauce. So it's always good. Yeah, we go hard at parties.
Oh, another thing we make really well, apretada. But
What
that's
is that?
like it's like it's chicken, cabbage, tomato broth, and potatoes with rice. Like, anyways, guys, here we are at the 1 hour mark. We made it, guys. We made it. Now
Yay!
chat can get involved. So, what is the best pho? Beef
Be it.
pho with beef. Just the original. Honestly, it's probably the best.
The special.
Gotta get a supreme.
But yeah, if you can get it like beef, shrimp, and like a bunch of stuff, that's obviously better. But like if you can only have one, then probably just go the original.
Shrimp and pho?
Well, I used
Yeah,
to go to
there's
my
no
friend.
shrimp in pho.
I used to go to my friend's house, and he would make it like very homemade, where they just throw shrimp, throw beef, throw chicken. Like they would just throw every like meat in there. It was good. I don't know. It's tasty to me. I don't even know if you call it pho, but it was like pho noodles, pho broth. But he would just kind of throw whatever vegetables or whatever meat he had. It was like a combination pho. I always thought those were good. Bún bò Huế is the best. That's not even
Mm-mm.
pho, dude.
Mm-mm. I
All
don't
right.
like bún bò Huế.
What's the best ramen topping? Char siu pork, or actually sometimes the egg. It depends. If the egg is like the fancy egg, the egg can be the best.
You
It
mean
depends. Wait, what, Michael?
the tonkatsu?
Yeah. Yeah, char siu pork. What about you, T? What's your favorite ramen topping?
Dude, the egg has no business being that good. Like I don't know what they do to it. They like probably like marinate it in like their broth or something, but it's just so good. And it's like the
Lisa?
perfect like consistency and texture every time.
There's three things that I want my ramen to have: the egg, bean sprouts, and the mushroom. Those are my
And
like if I
green
have.
onions.
Green
Mm-mm.
onions.
Mm-mm.
Green fucking onions,
No.
Lisa's
No.
favorite.
Mm-mm. I don't need it. If it's there, I'll like if it's not mixed in and it's just like on top, I'll like grab my chopsticks and like take them out as much as I can. But if it's already mixed in, that's fine.
Yikes. Michael, what's your favorite ramen topping?
Favorite ramen topping?
Yeah.
It's the tip of the bamboo shoot. Or-
I
Really?
love bamboo shoots.
Or
Oh.
I don't know how to say it, but they have to marinate it too. And green onion.
Yes.
I actually
Thank you,
push
Michael.
bamboo shoots to the side, actually.
I
thought it's
love
a
bamboo
topping.
shoots.
Yeah, topping.
No,
Topping. Yeah, no, you're right, Michael. You're right. Bamboo shoot's interesting take.
I forgot
Have you
about
guys
it.
ever had like the ones with like those like crab fish cake things?
yeah.
Yeah. Or like they're supposed to look, I don't know. They're all right.
Oh, with the little swirl?
Yeah.
The
Oh,
Naruto?
like in Naruto?
It's called a Naruto.
Oh yeah.
Fish cake?
Mm.
Yeah, but like it's like it looks like a crab almost, but it's fish cake.
It's
That's what
not
I'm saying.
crab. It's just fish.
That's why I'm saying.
It's
Okay,
fish.
okay. I guess I used the wrong word. I used the
Oh.
wrong word.
They beat it up. They beat the fish up like
Naruto.
or mush.
All right,
You know what
guys.
ramen slaps though is the Korean army stew with the spam, sausage, cheese, fish cakes, and the rice cakes. Oh my god, just all the different toppings.
That's what I'm
So
saying,
good.
dude. Korean food is S tier just because they're fucking fried chicken. And like, okay, going back to Japanese, the reason why Japanese is number one, like you have all the shit we talked about, but then you add karage, fucking takoyaki, and then you just like,
Oh my gosh, takoyaki is so fun to eat. It's just you just
like
pop it in your mouth and you're like, oh my god, oh it's so hot. But you like try to eat it because it's so good.
Japanese food always just gets better. Like the more you realize how much is Japanese food, you're just like, fuck. Korean food too, but
They're definitely way
they're
more
both up there.
creative, like Japanese food. Yeah.
I don't know if it's like they're more creative. It's just maybe their culture has been like assimilated more here, like more accepted. I don't know. Banchan, I'd have to try
Yes.
banchan, but I don't really think
Ban-
banchan. I don't know. I've heard
banchan
it's
is
not that
so
good from some
good.
people. I
It's
feel like
so good.
I feel like some people were telling me it was too much batter. Is that true?
Hmm?
Like it's heavy on the batter compared to other fried chickens?
No.
Okay, I'll just go try it for myself. I won't take other people's opinions, but that's what I heard. Other people were saying it's kind of thicky on the batter and a little too heavy. But maybe they were wrong. I got to go try it. Maybe we'll make it a stream. Who knows? You know what I do want to do? I want to stream cooking chicken katsu from scratch. Because I think people would really like watching me make chicken katsu. That's like
It is
one
really
thing.
good.
That is like one thing I got really good at making over COVID.
I'll just run to L&L real quick, grab some mac salad, and there
Let's
you go.
go. Yes. If you're gonna go there, you might as well go to the other mac salad place and get some mac tato salad. Ooh.
No, mac salad, just macaroni alone, not with the potato. Don't try to
Mac
fusion it that much.
tato. Patamac.
No, no.
All right. Is Panda Chinese food?
No, your mom. Then why would you even ask that?
Look, man, I heard someone say who was an immigrant from China that technically Panda is Chinese food.
Yeah, technically, it's just like
Americanized.
asking Mexican, is Taco Bell like Mexican food? They say no.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, I mean, do I like Panda? I'm boycotting Panda. I haven't gone there in a long time. Fuck Panda,
Yeah.
bro.
Have you ever seen how they cook? They cook with a huge giant pot. Like,
A
how does it
wok?
make it delicate?
A wok.
Yeah.
Do Chinese people not stir fry? I thought that was like a common
No,
like
it
Cantonese
is stir fry, but it's not like a giant amount like a fast food thing.
Yeah, oh well, it's not fast food, Michael. Let's be honest
Yeah.
here. It's express.
And the way that
Huge
they make
difference.
compound chicken, they didn't even do it right. That's the problem.
Why?
In order to be called compound chicken, like the learner at least have to cook for like half, not just like doing this.
You have to cook what?
You have to cook compound chicken for at least half year in order to meet the standard.
What do you mean half what? Half a year?
No, like half year of learning.
You have to learn it over a half of a year?
Yeah.
What the fuck?
Have
Lisa,
you learned it?
as someone, yeah, have you learned it, Michael? Now I gotta know.
No.
That sounds like kung fu. You have to
It is
master
kung
it.
fu. That's why everything have to do with kung fu.
Lisa, now I gotta ask, as someone who worked at Panda, is Panda Chinese food?
No.
Look,
mean,
guys, I'm gonna take the angle of it is, and only because a
I'm-
Chinese person said it was.
I just think that
I'm the
it's
Chinese version.
super Americanized, but like compared to like traditional Chinese food, like maybe not, probably not.
You know what makes
Right,
me really
Michael?
sad though? Is like I heard the original. Oh wait, hold on. This is a story. This is gonna go into a story. Do you guys know Ike sandwiches?
Yummy.
Yes.
The original Ike's in SF was fire. It was amazing. One of the best sandwiches in the Bay. Yeah, one of the best sandwiches in the Bay. We'll just cut it off at that. Great deli. However, as time went on, they got worse and worse because they opened up to a franchise. They expanded too fast. A lot of the quality went down. They have like 500 sandwiches or 1,000 sandwiches on the menu, and people just aren't getting trained fast enough and well enough. Ike used to like, whenever he opened up a new restaurant, he would like work there for like weeks or a month to get like the people off and trained and like making the sandwiches correctly. But now he's a greedy fuck who spread too fast, and the quality of Ike's has gone down to the point I don't even go to Ike's anymore, man. It's fallen off. But the way I feel about Ike's is the way some people feel about Panda. Panda Inn used to be like one of the best Chinese restaurants in LA. And then as it became Panda Express, the food, everyone says it got worse and worse and worse because they made it more accessible to the masses. So I wonder what the original Panda would have tasted like.
Just go to a regular Chinese.
Well, yeah, I know, Michael, but I'm saying if people were saying it was the best in LA and LA already has a ton of Chinese places, it'd be interesting, though. It'd be interesting.
How much of the food is like real Chinese food and how much of it is just like fusion? Because you know, orange chicken is like, it was originated in America, right?
Yeah.
Mhm.
Yeah, like fortune cookies too. Is like honey walnut shrimp like an American thing that we just like kind of brainwash people into thinking it was Chinese food?
Yeah, it's like they brainwash that as MSG is a bad thing.
Yes, Michael. Exactly. Exactly.
And after World War II, I think.
Probably.
Also, here's the most controversial thing I'm going to say for tonight, but I hope you guys are listening to every word I'm saying. Thai food is overrated. People who put it at number 1, or people say, Thai food's my favorite food, my favorite cuisine. Shut the fuck up.
Okay.
No fucking way Thai food is your favorite.
Argument.
You
Your
like
argument is
3
valid because a
dishes.
lot of
You
people-
like tom yum. You like curry. You like pad thai. That ain't a
Those
fucking
3
cuisine.
dishes are just amazing. They're just S tier and they blow everything out of
Dude,
the water. It's
look,
just
that
so
doesn't
good.
mean that you like all of Thai food. That's just a bunch of cap, bruh.
But you can't lie that pad thai go freaking hard. Like
You're a
every
bitch for that,
single
bruh.
time.
Dude,
Every
all I'm
single
saying,
time you get pad thai is just so good. It's just amazing.
No, bro, dude, everyone overrates Thai food.
Every
and
time you go to a Thai place,
I'm
the
sick
pad
of
thai,
it, man.
Easy. It's always good.
I'm sick of people overrating Thai food, saying it's their favorite cuisine. Always some fucking white bitches, man. Okay, sorry, race war. Hey, no to Asian hate. Asian hate is this. Anyway, I don't know, man. I'm just saying, dude. Come on. You can't say Thai food is number 1, man. There's no fucking way.
Yeah, the real number 1 is Vietnamese. Thank you.
No, it's
Yes.
Japanese and Korean.
Yes.
Thai food is overrated, man. I'm telling you. It really, like, we're extrapolating 3 dishes into a whole culture.
Wait, how does that? There's that metaphor where it's
Yeah, you
like
tell them.
the best. Oh no, I don't even want to make this metaphor. Never mind. Just ignore it. But basically, I think the like pad thai consistently is just so good all the time.
No.
But the
Mhm.
best pad thai is not better than like the best like something else like Korean food. You know what I mean?
Look, man, pad thai ain't that deep, man. That's all I'm gonna say. Like, it's
It's
way
not
too
just pad
overrated.
thai. Pad
It's
see
way
ew.
too
Pad see ew.
overrated,
Oh,
guys.
Money bags. They got the money bags.
Yo, Thai food overrated as fuck, dude. Over fucking
Oh,
rated. That's all I'm
chicken
saying.
satay, that sauce,
Mhm.
amazing. Dude, you're the one that said your favorite dessert was mango sticky rice, man. That's
I said
Thai.
the first bite of mango sticky rice, and then after a while, I'm like sick
It's
of it.
immaculate. It's immaculate. Just end it there. It's immaculate.
Mhm.
Look, if I'm gonna cover a bunch of things in condensed milk and coconut milk and a bunch of sugar, I guess everything's gonna taste fucking good. But I guess you
That's
can't
just the culture, man. That's the culture.
look. It's not that. No,
You
it's
gotta make
not.
the jungle food good
I
with
bet
condensed
Thai
milk.
people don't eat that as often as you guys think. I bet they're probably eating stuff more similar to Cambodia. But like the food that America has like adopted as Thai food, you guys like overrate it way too fucking high, man.
Why is it that Thai food is literally known all over the world? Like when I was in Spain, was there a Chinese restaurant? Not really. Even though there's a large population of Chinese, there was Thai food because there's a demand for it because it's that globalized and popular and it's just S tier. I don't know what to tell you, man.
All right. Next topic, since obviously you guys don't want to be converted to the truth. Is Indian food Asian food? Honestly,
Yes.
no.
What?
No, it's not. Sorry. If it
Why?
was, I would put Asian, like Indian food really high. I just think Indian food's way too, like, if you're gonna bring Indian food into the mix, then you gotta bring like all of Middle Eastern food because Indian food has way more in common with like food from the Middle East than it does with Asian food. Right? Like, can we agree with that?
Okay, yes.
So now we're
but
gonna start
are-
saying
are
like
Indian
Saudi. So now we're
people
gonna start saying
Asian?
Iranian food
Yes.
is Asian food. Like you can't just
We
take the
say that.
Indian food and not take everyone else in the Middle East. Because they're all food too, and they're still part of Asia. I'm just saying, like, if you're gonna take one, you gotta take the other. And I don't know if people really agree with like Syrian food and Israeli food being Asian. I just don't think people would say that. It's a different culture, different cuisine. And they have way more in common with like, you know, Pakistan, and then other foods in the Middle East. It's so much different than other Asian food. Yeah, thank you, Burial. South Asian cuisine includes the cuisines from the Indian subcontinent. Foods in this area, okay. Yeah, you could say it's South Asian, but could you say it's Asian food? Like when you think of Asian food, no one's fucking thinking of Indian food, guys. I'm sorry. You just aren't. You aren't. It's so fucking different. It's so different. I'm sorry. It's not like if you were saying Indian food is
All I'm
Asian, then you
going
might
to
as well.
say, all
Thank
I'm
you.
gonna say is that paneer is mid.
No, paneer is not mid. It's fucking amazing. Look.
Tofu or paneer?
Indian
Tofu,
food,
all the
some
way,
of my
right?
favorite food,
Tofu.
but it's
Mapo
not
tofu, let's
Asian.
do it.
I'm sorry. Even Murtaza wouldn't say it's Asian. You know what? Let me actually double check with Murtaza. You know what? I'll bring it up on the next podcast. I'll get an answer from him and see if he thinks Indian food's Asian. I don't think it is though. I feel like you might agree with me. It's just too different. And then if you add it into the Asian crossover, it's just you're opening up a whole can of worms. Because
Obviously,
falafel is not
all
Asian, man.
food are the same. Not all Asian food are the same. Are you saying that Japanese, Korean, all that they're all
They're
the
very
same?
similar.
No.
Yeah, they are centered around jasmine rice and like noodles. What the where's the jasmine rice and noodles in Indian food? What do you mean?
You're not looking hard enough. That's why.
What do you mean
That's
I'm
why.
not looking hard enough? They even use a different rice.
No, because okay, you could say Nepal, right? Nepal is considered South Asian, but their main dishes are very similar to Chinese because they're right in between China and India, but they're still considered part of the South Asian, like, you know,
Nah, man.
geographical thing.
Look.
I'm just saying.
It's not.
Bangladesh, you could say the same thing.
Indian food just isn't Asian food. I'm sorry. Like, unless someone gives me like a ridiculous argument of why it should be, or that they're willing to like add. Yes, actually, you know what? T is a hot dog a sandwich?
No.
Oh my god. Okay, first of all, a hot dog is not even like two slices. It's one open slice.
What about a Subway sandwich? Is that not a sandwich then? That's
No,
one
it
piece of
is
bread.
because it's
Oh.
no, it's cut. No, it's cut.
Well, so is a hot dog. You see what I mean? Oh, wow. Crazy.
Oh
Anyway.
my god. Wait,
Oh.
what do you guys think? What do you guys think?
Have
No,
you guys
they
ever
think what I
thought-
think. My chat just agrees with me 100% of the time. What's up,
Have you
Lisa?
guys ever thought like in a hot dog package, like just the bread, how do they get the cuts in there when it's all connected?
Yeah.
No, Subway
Mhm.
does not cut the bread all the way. Most delis don't.
Well, I guess the argument is anything between two things is a sandwich, right? Like an Oreo is a sandwich cookie.
It is.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
So, so I guess a hot dog is a sandwich. Okay, I have another question.
Yes, it is.
you
Thank you.
if you
You're
stack
look at that. You guys grew. This is growth on the pod.
two lasagnas on top of each other, is it one lasagna or two different lasagnas?
One.
2.
It's one. It's one.
It's 2.
Why
is
is
it
it two?
two?
Because look, if it was intended to be 1, it can be 1, but most of the time it's going to be 2. If you
What
have
if
a
you just
green
run out of
lasagna
space
and a
on your
red
pan?
lasagna on top of each other, are you going to be like, "Oh wow, that's one lasagna?" No, you're going to be like,
That's one.
most people
just
would look at a full
double
red
color.
one on top of a full green one and be like, "No, that's
No.
2 lasagnas." Anyone
They're
who's
like,
not
this is the
insane would think
Italian
that.
flag special.
No.
One.
Also, what if one is like moldy as fuck and old from like a week or 2 and the other one's brand new? That is
I
2
don't know what to tell you. That's
lasagnas.
just for culinary craft, but it's still one.
If it was made exactly the same and they just hadn't have enough room for the pan, it can be 1, but you would know. You would know. You just have to think about it. Like, come on. It can be 2. Or I don't know. It can be 1, but most of the time it's 2. It's 2 lasagna.
It's always one. If you stack two things on top of each other, they are cohesively one now.
No, that's not true at all.
This is definitely true.
No, if you put a fucking cookie on top of a pizza, you're gonna be like, "Oh, there's a cookie on top of the pizza." You're not gonna be like, "Oh, that's pizza cookie
No.
now." That's
Yeah,
cookie
it's-
pizza.
it's a
No,
topping
that's
now. It's a
that's not
topping
how it
now.
fucking works. You can't just stack
It's a topping.
No, you can't just stack 2 things on top of each other.
It's a pizza. Thank you, Hannah. It's a pizza topping.
Okay, actually, Burial, you're saying the most woke thing. Lasagna is C tier. Lasagna is such a fucking mid dish. That dish sucks.
I don't think I've ever had it, to be honest.
Wait, what? Lisa?
Yeah, fuck
Yeah.
lasagna, dude.
It's good. Lasagna's good.
Michael, is Indian food Asian?
No.
Thank you, Michael. Okay, Michael spoke. You guys want to get canceled?
Not. It just.
Bring it
Okay,
up with
so
him.
they're like
Bring it up with
5.
him.
So there are like five kind of dish. It's French, Chinese, Turkey, Indian, and Italian. Well, so Indian is not Asian.
Thank you. You know what, Michael? Thank you. This is why we bring on the experts, guys. I bring a great panel of qualified individuals. Michael, the most qualified here to talk about Asian food, says Indian food is not part of Asian food. I agree. I agree. Why is banh mi overrated? It's not. You just have to have the right ones. To say fucking Vietnamese food is the #1 Asian food, that's insane. But if you're saying the argument is because they brought banh mi into this world, yeah, you get a little bit more points. You get a little bit more points. Not enough. I guess I really just have to try some crazy bun seao or whatever. Because I
Have it
tried,
homemade.
I had teas and I was like,
Okay, that was my first time making it. Like, you can't judge me for that. Okay.
and I had one, I had like 3 at the restaurant and I was just like,
No, you need to have my mom make it do it with the fresh pan, the crispy. Make it
Mhm.
crispy.
yeah, an Indian person just said Indian food is not Asian food. Everyone, please, can we just walk it back? Look, man, thank you, Andy. Thank you.
If it's not Asian food, then you would say, "Oh, I want some Middle Eastern food. Let's go get Indian food." Or
Yeah.
what's category?
No, when you say like I'm in the mood for Asian food, and then people say Indian, you're like, no, I said Asian food. Like, come on. Now, if you say, oh, I want something with rice, then yeah, you could bring up Indian food because you can eat rice and Indian food, but it's not Asian food.
You can say Mexican food too. You can say anything.
Yeah.
Rice is just everywhere.
True. That's true.
I think Indian food is like its own category, to be honest.
Mhm.
Yeah.
Yeah, Indian. It's like India / Middle East. That's what they say, or South Asian / Middle East. Yeah, because like Pakistani and Indian food are like exactly identical, pretty much. And then you have like a few dishes from Iran, Saudi Arabia, Yemen.
Well,
They're
then
all
I would argue that Southeast Asian food is its own
Yeah,
category as
I was gonna
well.
say that too.
Because Singapore, like the food in Singapore is very similar to Thai, but it's like more curry because they have influence of China and Southeast Asia
no,
and India.
no.
Yeah, and all the islands.
I think that's fair, and people do make that distinction. They do say Southeast Asian food.
It's S tier. Thank you.
No, I did not say that it's S tier.
Let's go.
No, that's a stretch.
Is Russia considered as Asia?
No, most people would consider Russian food very similar to European, but Russia's in Asia. It doesn't need to be Asian.
What
I've
is
been to
Russian
India.
food?
I love the Inca Cola. Inca Cola is fucking that's Peruvian. Wait, what? Inca Cola is from Peru.
Peruvian food is very
You had
similar to
you had
Japanese
Inca
food.
Cola in fucking India? Bruh, what do you think Inca? The Inca Empire was in South America. Where the fuck? Where the fuck are you getting Inca Cola in India from?
I got my soda mixed up. Oh no.
And that, Hannah, is an explanation or a demonstration of how my food taste is not D tier. Because I even knew that. I am food cultured. Also, this isn't even my food taste. I'm just categorizing food. A hot dog is a sandwich. Indian food is not Asian food. These are just categories. It doesn't have anything to do with my taste. Now, bun seao. I need to try this. If it's so good and you guys rank it as your #1 Asian dish, can you guys give me a good one? Because I swear to God, I feel like I haven't eaten anything that I've been like
Could
relatively.
you try Coca-Cola with a slice of lemon?
I will
Yes,
also
we
try
have
a
to do that.
Mexican Coke with a slice of lemon, Hong Kong style, as my boy Michael said.
Yeah, and ice.
And ice
Ice.
too?
Yeah,
Wait, a slice of lemon inside the glass or like on the rim?
it's inside the liquid.
Yeah, okay, like in the glass. I've never had
You
Indian
can
food.
squeeze it.
Why are you deciding Indian food is Asian if you've never had Indian food? Oh my god. Oh my god. Oh my god. You just lost your argument, Hannah. What the fuck? You can't just categorize a food you've never eaten before. I'm upset. I'm very upset. Do you guys have any more questions? We're going to open it up to the audience. Google is right and you're wrong, stupid man. Nope. How do you guys feel about me leaving the egg out of my ramen?
You eat ramen and the eggs separate from each other?
Yummy. Sorry.
I don't know. Like, do you just not like egg? That's crazy.
Oh, no egg at all? I mean, wait, like
Wait,
are we
J-Rays,
talking
are you the
about
kind of
instant
dude?
ramen?
Are you the kind of dude that only eats egg if it's scrambled? Is that why? Because you don't like the runny egg? Because there's no reason you should be taking an egg out of your ramen. You like the yolk, you just take it out of ramen. What the fuck are you doing?
Do you get your bowl and then you take it out?
Oh, I just don't want to cook it.
Or
Oh, you're talking about if you make ramen at home. I thought you were saying like you got a ramen bowl at a restaurant and you're taking the egg out. Like that would be weird. Oh yeah, if you don't want to crack it at home because you're lazy, like that's whatever. It's not like, I mean, there's probably times like most people have eaten ramen without an egg if they're just in a rush. That's not
You just
uncommon.
crack it in while you're cooking it, so it like gets poached.
Yeah, but like if you miss it, it's not like the end of the world. Whereas like if you're like removing it from a dish that's already made or asking them not to include it, that's crazy. That's actually crazy. Any more questions, chat? What dish did you hate growing up?
Yeah.
Pho.
Hmm.
I didn't like pho growing up.
Did you just say pho?
Yeah, I didn't like pho.
See, Justin is just his takes are
See?
mid. I'm sorry.
Thank you,
Exactly.
Burial. Thank you. No, I didn't like pho growing up because I was a hungry dude, and I feel like pho never filled me up. That's why.
what?
Like I would eat
Rice
pho and be
noodles
like,
and-
I want more food. So eventually, I just started eating like vermicelli and like titnyung or like grilled chicken or just like more of like the more like solid food instead of the soups.
I guess on that same spectrum, I guess I didn't really like Vietnamese food growing up. It wasn't until I got older that I appreciated it more. Like all the party food, because I had it so often, like bún bò Huế and all
Mhm.
the little dumplings and stuff. I'm like, I have this all the time. Like I don't want this. But then, like now being away from home, it's like all I want.
So you're biased.
I guess I am.
Good talk. Rice over soup all day, every day. Exactly. That's what I'm saying. Like, I would just prefer rice and stuff. As a kid, I would never touch Brussels sprouts because I watched the Codename Kids show and in an episode the sprouts were boogers. Ew.
Ew.
Well, what I will say about Brussels sprouts is if they're cooked well, dude, they taste amazing.
Are they bitter?
Yeah, naturally, but like you can cook the bitterness out, and sometimes a lot of people just like cover it in like oil, sauce, salt. Tastes fucking fire when you do that. But if you're having it like boiled, no, no. I hated tomatoes as a kid because I choked on a baby tomato and decided I would never eat one again. I did choke on bok choy a lot when I'd go to Chinese restaurants. So
Choke.
yeah, I'd choke. It'd get stuck in my throat and I'd puke. So I just stopped eating bok choy.
Maybe you should bite.
I do bite. It's just it would get stuck. But I think the thing about bok choy is it's like it doesn't even taste like much, so it's like I'm not really missing anything. Even to this day, like I'll eat it, but it's not like I like need to have it. You know what I'm saying? Any more questions, chat? Did you guys enjoy coming onto the episode? Do you like did you like debating with me on the topics? Lisa, were you upset with my takes?
I don't know. I like listening to T be right.
Thank you, Lisa. I'm glad that we can have an agreement.
Mhm.
Just kidding.
What?
Hannah, I also hated tomatoes too when I was a kid. Not
What?
because I choked on them, I just thought it was slimy.
What Asian food would you recommend to a friend that doesn't eat Asian foods often? Chicken teriyaki, chicken katsu,
Anything fried.
Korean barbecue, egg rolls.
Fried chicken. Yeah, egg rolls.
Yeah, I think those are all like good entry
Karaage.
into the genre. Karaage, I don't know. Yeah, I mean like fried chicken. I don't even know if that's like really like. It's not like much of a transfer. Like if you're eating KFC to like Bonchon, it's not like a huge gap change. But I'm saying like if you're trying to get like more into like specific Asian food that other cultures don't have, I think those ones shouldn't be too bad.
It depends. Is it like, do you want to try like more authentic food or more like easing into it food?
Yeah, they say like he's saying like he probably easing into it. I feel like those dishes are pretty.
Eat like desserts then. I don't know.
Oh yeah, I guess like that would be a good one. Mango ice cream.
Yeah,
Shaved
do the
ice.
fusion foods.
Take your friend J Rays to Somi. That's
I
using
thought
your
he's
head.
been there.
I
Oh,
took
fish
him
and
there for
pasta.
the first time. Pad Thai, am I right, Justin? Sure. You know what? For all the people that don't eat Asian food, go out, knock yourself out at Pad Thai, dude. Just get your Tom Yum, get your Pad Thai, get your fucking curry, and call it a day, man. Equals best cuisine. Shut the fuck up, man. Shut up, man. Authentic
Fairies,
over everything.
you need to try ube ice cream. It's amazing.
He does have ube.
Oh my god.
He had the
Halo
Somi version where it's like soft serve, but you know.
You gotta
No,
buy it in like the ice cream
Muchos. We gotta go to
boxes.
Muchos.
Can we have a balut eating stream? Fuck you. If you come over to my house, Andy, if you come over to my house, we can do whatever you want. We can do a potluck. As long as if you're on this camera, you can do whatever you want at my house. I don't care. That is my number one rule. If people want to come over and stream with me, I never say no. You guys just have to hit me up. All right.
Ice cream.
Well, we are hitting the hour 30. This is what I think we're gonna do. We are going to wrap this up for the YouTube, and it seems like people want to keep talking, and we could just keep talking and chilling. So, on the count of 5, can you guys wave and say goodbye to your camera? 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Bye.